What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Mike Falappi YouTube channel. Sorry for all the road noise, but we're currently in a parking ride because there's no other parking lots around that I could film this video, so bear with me. Anyway, I know it's been a while. Maybe I'll explain a little bit later, but here we have a 1991 Honda Civic, and I'm going to show you about it. Let's get in. I'll start things out by saying, we have drink of the day here, the Slurpee from 7-Eleven. Obviously, as you can see, we're kind of missing the dome lid, but oh well, it'd be the way that it is. Anyway, like I said, this is a 1991 Honda Civic LX sedan, and it's the EF. That's the generation that they called these. So this is the EF Sedan. This color is some kind of charcoal metallic. I'm not 100% sure what the name of this color is. If I think about it, I'll put it in the video here somewhere. But yeah, she's the sedan. Now, like I said, I apologize for the motorcycles and stuff, but we are in a parking ride here. As you can see, there's some bridges. The Joe Montana bridges, as they're called here in Pennsylvania. High closed caption camera. Hopefully the bus people don't send a police to me. Anyway, now I'm sure if anyone out here knows anything about EF Civics, hatches are a lot more common, as well as CRXs and stuff of that nature. This is not that. This is the sedan. It's the LX. It's the highest trim level that they made. And this one is very, very clean for what it is. Like I said, it's a 1991, and it only has a little over 109,000 miles, possibly halfway to 110 by now. Probably not quite, but I drive a lot, which is why I bought this car. As you guys know, I own the truck, my 2012 Ram 1500. Gas mileage is absolutely god-awful on that. Versus this, it only cost me about $38, $39 to fill the whole tank on this, where it's almost well over $100 to fill the tank on the truck. So this is purely, or at least originally, it was purely to keep the mileage down on the truck, whereas I've already decided that there's some things that we're going to do to it. But anyway, so walking around, as you can see, very boxy compared to later Civics. Do have 13-inch wheels on this car, 13-inch steel wheels with hubcaps. These tires are a whopping 175/70/13. That's small. We're going to be changing tires here, wheels. I want to put some 15x7s on here. I'd like to get a set of BBSs for it, but I don't know what's going to happen with that. As you can see, a little bit of damage there. That was like it when I bought it. I bought this for my coworker. Shout out to Tanner if you're watching this, or if any of my other coworkers from the Honda dealer are watching this. Yeah, there's a little bit of damage there. That'll all buff out. Sorry this thing isn't super clean, but like I said, she's a daily driver. I washed it a few days ago, and the pollen is just so bad here in Pennsylvania that, yeah, it doesn't even look like I cleaned it. Coming around the back here, this has the iconic all the way across light deal going on. I need to replace that sticker. I'd like to get some gold badges for this car, but the real fun part is when you come down here. She has the fart can. In fact, she has a full DNA motoring exhaust from eBay on there. I paid a coworker at work to help me weld that one up, and we put a different catalytic converter in there and lengthened the test pipes and made it a little bit better for what we were trying to do. But yeah, she's pretty sick. Obviously this side's about the same. These hubcaps are getting pretty worn out. Like I said, I want to replace everything going on here. Let me go ahead and open up the hood for you guys and yeah, show you what's going on under there. So what we have going on under the hood here is the stock D15 motor. Makes about Oh, good old 90 horsepower or so, the 1.5 liter. I want to put a cold air intake on here. Maybe I'll do a video about that, maybe not. I thought about doing a video about the exhaust, but just never made it. But yeah, she ain't too bad down here. Pretty clean for what it is. She's a little bit leaky, as you can see. She's a little bit wet. You know, there's oil on the end here, so that's, I'm gonna need to do valve cover at some point. Has a brand new distributor on it. My coworker put one on shortly after he bought the car. The story about this car, about why it's so clean for what it is, coworker bought it from a grandson of the original owner. They only averaged about 3,000 miles a year on this car. Like I said, coworker bought it from the original owner to drive until he could go out and get a new fun car. He had a Focus ST, got in an accident, and then now he has a GTI, so he didn't need this anymore. Didn't want to, you know, wasn't clean enough. He wanted to build one. He said he'd prefer to build the hatch though, so he let me get this one pretty cheap. But yeah, not too bad under here. Another coworker wants me to put the B series in here. We'll see about that. We might get to that here, but yeah, she's pretty clean for what she is. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and give you the interior tour now that you guys have seen what's going on under the hood, and then maybe I'll start her up for you guys and we can drive around and talk a little bit. Moving inside the Civic, you see she got a pretty simple layout in here. As you can see down here, my hood release is broken, so that's why we got the snappy pliers here. $60 versus spending, I don't know how much it would cost to rerun that cable. When it finally breaks for good, I guess we'll replace it. But yeah, everything's pretty simple. You can see on the speedometer how it has 55 miles an hour marked, because when this thing was put on the road, that was still the national speed limit, was 55 miles an hour. We have a tach, we have a fuel gauge here, PR, ND, 4, 3, and 2. But yeah, she's pretty simple. You know, your headlights are on the switch here. Got your dome light up here, and then the other stalk is your wiper stalk over here. Hazards right there. Cruise, defroster. I don't know why defroster's over here and not over with the climate controls. Your climate controls are all your old school rotary. You could hear the actuators going when you close. Oh, did we get her stuck? There we go. She's kind of chunky and doesn't like to move. Coming over here, you have a separate one that controls this vent only. So right now it's connected to the blower motor and the flow of that. You move this over here, now you get air coming in this vent at the speed that you're driving. So if you have the windows closed, or even when you have the windows open, you're going pretty fast. Air shoots there, and it's pretty cool. It's almost like having them old school vent windows. We do have power mirrors. Control for that is right there. They work. As you can see, driver visor. It's pretty funny. And I'll explain here, if you could see it. It's hard to read. Can you read this one? Anyway, it says the manual lap belt must be worn together with the automatic shoulder belt. Yeah. So let me get out for a second and explain this. Shut up. That's annoying. Anyway, so originally, as you can see, this is a two-piece seat belt. You have your lap belt that connects over there. What would happen is you would have this automatic seat belt here, and this would always be connected to here. When the door would be open, this would slide up a rail and come down here. And then when you get in the car and close the door, it slides down. Unfortunately, that's broken, so we have to resort to not doing that and just putting it on every time. But other than that, I mean, it all works. It's not too bad. Yeah, back seat, pretty much the same, except for you get real seat belts back here. Middle seat's only a lap belt. That seat does fold down. I'm not going to show you my trunk because it's pretty gross. But yeah. Oh, she has a Kenwood radio in her. Front door speakers don't work, so we're running only on the rear deck speakers. So that's something that's going to get replaced. Also, this car did not come from the factory with cup holders. I guess back in 1991, they figured you weren't drinking. So there's no cup holders. So what we're resorting to is, this used to be an ashtray. But this company online called RC Extrusions, if you're watching this and you're coming from the EF community, and you're looking at buying some, I don't know, some sort of cup holders for your EF, I don't know, let RC Extrusions know that you saw this on the Mike Falappi YouTube channel, and maybe we'll get something from them. I don't know. But so you get one cup holder that was where the ashtray was, and this one plugs into your cigarette lighter. And what this is it's all 3D printed. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, I don't think there's much more to say about this car. So yeah, let's get her on the road and then talk a little bit more, shall we? Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and put her in drive. And as you could already hear, I got the windows closed and I got the blower motor on. She got a lot going on for her. Let me put the windows down real quick so you can get a little bit more of an idea about what it sounds like. Close that there. So yeah, she's loud with the fart can. I wasn't necessarily looking for the fart can when I decided to replace the exhaust. It didn't have to be this loud. The reason why I did that was because the original exhaust had rotted out so bad that it was, you got up around 2,000 RPM, and it was just not a pleasing thing to listen to. It rattled so bad, and yeah, it wasn't good at all. It was annoying. Arguably, it was more annoying having the what's it called? It was more annoying having that rattle than it would be having the fart can. Sorry if there's a lot of wind noise having these windows down, but I had to get some cool air in here for a while. I figure if you really care about the car and you care enough to watch the video, you'll put up with the wind noise. And yeah, if the wind noise bothers you that much, go ahead and turn this video off now, because we're not going to be friends anyway. But yeah, so this car handles really good for what it is. You got to remember, it's a 1991 Honda Civic, and it has 90 horsepower. But you can do this. That's sick. Now, granted, you can put a cold air intake in an exhaust. Now, I don't have the cold air intake yet, but it'll probably sound better when I get that. Let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video about doing that, and then maybe we'll do it. But you could put an exhaust like that on any Honda, probably get a cheaper, shittier Honda, and do that. But this thing's cool because it's a sedan and I like it. And we're having a good time right now. Like I said, EF Sedans, arguably more rare because the hatches were taken care of a little bit better. But that's the whole reason why they're cool. So the hatches are more desirable because who doesn't want a hot hatch? Whereas the sedans are a little bit more rare there because nobody wants sedans. You know, 4 doors are parts cars and all that kind of shit. I love this car. I kind of prefer this over the hatch because no one has one of these. You know, I really, it's a fun car to drive. You know, you get on it and then you can race car mode in your 1991 Honda Civic sedan. It looks like grandma's car. That's the whole reason why it's sick. You start blasting someone, like you're rolling through a neighborhood or you're rolling down the highway and people are like, oh, what's that noise coming? And then they see grandma's Honda Civic roll up. That's sick. Who doesn't want that? I love that. So you get a cool economy car. You know, I'm getting almost 30 miles to the gallon right now in this car. But it's something you could have fun with. You know, I enjoy driving this car right now. You know, hitting up my cherry Slurpee from the 7-Eleven. But yeah, this car's sick. You know, I would have taken this drive around anyway, so if you guys want to talk for a little bit, we can. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm sorry there hasn't been much content. There really just hasn't been anything that I wanted to do, you know. My mowers kind of dried up. I haven't had a lot of time to work on them anyway. So that's why there hasn't been any good mower content out there. And, you know, hiking and biking, I haven't really had much time to do any of that either. I've just been working all the time. And then I come home at night, and then I drive around for a while, or I make dinner, or I do whatever I need to do, you know? Which is okay, you know? That's the cool thing, but, you know, I miss making videos for you guys. The only thing is, I don't want to make videos about absolutely nothing. I want to, you know, do something cool and, you know, something that people are actually going to want to watch. And if I'm only going to get like 2 views on it and one of them's me, why am I making a video anyway? So yeah, now that we have this car, I might make some more videos about stuff. I really do want to buy some project stuff and work on some projects with you guys. But it has to be the right stuff. It has to be something I want to talk about. It has to be something I want to do. Otherwise, I don't really have any interest in doing it anyway. You know, I want to have a good time with you guys, and I want it to be something you want to watch. So if there's anything you want to see, let me know down in the comments. I've had some people come at me like, why aren't you making videos? So we'll try to make some videos, but they got to be good videos about stuff that people want to watch. Otherwise, I'm not doing it because it takes too long to edit and it takes too much work to make videos that no one wants to watch. And quite frankly, if I filmed like 5 videos since my last video that I've put out on the channel, and I filmed 5 videos and they weren't good. None of them were good. I wouldn't want to watch them. They just were clunky. They didn't fit. I didn't like them. So we just scrapped 5 videos about various things. But yeah, if it's not something I want to watch, I'm not doing it, because I know I love to watch videos. If it's something I'd turn off 1 minute into the video, I don't want to watch it. So that's why there hasn't been much content for me. This video will get out though, because I love the EF Sedan. It's sick. I love it. It's cool. But yeah, if there's anything that you guys want to see, let me know. I'd like to go explore more abandoned stuff, but I kind of want to have someone to do those videos with. So, you know, I don't like to go out in the middle of nowhere alone where I could get shot. I mean, yeah, I could have a gun, but I mean, you know, if I get attacked by a bear or something out in the middle of nowhere, or, you know, something like that, attacked from behind, or, you know, I fall off a cliff or something, you know, that doesn't do me any good. You know, I could die and no one will know for days. Some guy was driving like a complete total loser out here. And it was a Kia owner. Shout out in the comments, what's your favorite engine? Obviously, I work for Honda, so I know a lot about Honda engines. Honda engines aren't necessarily always my favorite. I've always been an old school GM guy. Now you can really hear my 90 horsepower fight to exist, because it does not like going up hills at all. Like I said, I've always been a big GM guy. LSs are cool. I like LS engines. I love the 36, the 3800, 3600, 3100, the V6s that General Motors made. But yeah, that's a running meme at work. My coworkers are like, oh, Mike Falappi always talks about how he loves the 3800 and hates the 3.6 liter Jeep and the GDI motor by Kia and Hyundai. And when I just got cut off 2 minutes ago by a Hyundai, it made me think about how much I hate the GDI motor. Comment in the comments if you know why GDI motors suck. Because some people think that they suck, I like Honda. And, Hyundais, they share a lot of similarities with Hondas when it comes to how they go together. But the GDI motor is nothing like the K Series or, the R18 or any of the other modern day Honda motors that we're using. In my opinion, most of the time, Honda motor is the, superior Asian motor these days. You could argue about 2JZ and stuff like that, but show me where you can get a stock 2J in an American car versus you could buy a Type R right now and get a 2.0 turbo. You could buy an Accord right now and tune it in Gap SIs right now. Honda's really sick. I like Hondas, but arguably at this point, I think you guys have gotten enough of a view of what it's like riding in this car. The handling's great. I've talked about why I didn't make videos for a while, so I think that means I'm going to end this portion of the video here, and we'll wrap it up in a little bit, guys. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of me showing you my 91 Civic EF Sedan. Like I said, I might try to get back into filming some videos. Just got to be something cool that I want to talk about. If it isn't a good video, guys, I'm not going to make it. So if I come up with some stuff that I want to make, I'll make them. If you're watching this and there's something you want to see, let me know. We'll work something out maybe. Until next time, my name is Mike Falappi. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, take care, guys.